Welcome to Understand Chemistry. This is Dr. Bilal with my new video. This is second part of my discussion on topic hydrophilic lipophilic balance. In the first part, I have given you a brief introduction to HLB and its calculation methods. If you have not watched this video, then watch it before this video. This will help you to better understand this video. The link of part 1 of HLB has been given in the description. In today's video, I will show you how to calculate HLB value for non-ionic surfactants. Remember, Griffin method is the most specific in calculating HLB value of non-ionic surfactant. I have discussed before that the size and strength of surfactant's head group and tail give us indication of nature of surfactant. Hence, they are helpful in calculating HLB of the surfactant. Most general formula for calculating HLB is shown here. That is, HLB is equal to 20 multiplied by molar mass of hydrophilic part of surfactant divided by molar mass of hydrophobic part of surfactant. Now, the problem is, for calculating HLB, one formula cannot be applied to all types of surfactant. For this reason, William Griffin had classified the non-ionic surfactants and introduced new formula for each class of surfactant. Here are different types of non-ionic surfactants. First type of surfactant are the molecule that contains PEO attached to alkyl group through ether bond or an ester link. In case of polyoxyethylene, it is connected through ether link, whereas for other two molecules it is connected to alkyl chain through ester link. In second type of surfactant, an alkyl chain is attached to ethylene glycol or propylene glycol through ester bond. Third type of surfactants are the polyhydric alcohol esters. These are formed by esterification of polyhydric alcohol such as glycerol, xylitol, sorbitol, or dehydrated form of sorbitol called sorbitan with a long chain carboxylic acid. Glycerol monoester is the molecule where one hydroxyl group of glycerol is esterified. In glycerol diester, two hydroxyl group of glycerol are esterified. Similarly, in sorbitan monoester, one hydroxyl group of the sorbitan is esterified with the carboxylic acid. It is very important to know about the hydrophilic group in a surfactant to apply the formula, as W. Griffin had not included terminal group as part of hydrophilic group in his calculation. In this structure that I am showing you, the area of the molecule in blue is the hydrophilic portion of the molecule. Now we will see which formula hold good for what type of surfactant. For PEO based surfactant, that is polyethylene oxide alkyl ester or polyethylene oxide alkyl ether, the HLB value is calculated using formula HLB is equal to E over 5, where E stands for mass or weight percent of ethylene oxide content. To understand better, let us take an example. Consider Marge 49, which is a commercial name of polyethylene oxide stearate. Its structure is shown here. In this molecule, PEO of 20 units is esterified to a 12 carbon fatty acid. The weight percent of ethylene oxide contents are calculated by dividing the molar mass of 20 units of ethylene oxide with the total mass of molecule multiplied by 100. Remember, the molar mass of 1 unit of ethylene oxide is 44 gram per mole. This gives value of E equal to 76. Now by dividing 76 by 5, we obtain HLB equal to 15. For calculating HLB of polyhydric alcohol ester, the following formula is applied. In this formula, S stands for sponification number. It is defined as the amount of potassium hydroxide in milligram required to sponify 1 gram fat. If you want to know more about sponification and sponification number, then see my short video on this topic. The link of the video has been given in the description. In this formula, A stands for acid value. It is defined as the amount of potassium hydroxide in milligram to neutralize 1 gram sample. Actually, it is the measure of free acid or COOH group in a sample. Now let us see, with the help of an example, how this formula works. Consider the example of Atmul 67, which is a commercial name of glycerol monostearate whose structure has been shown. It has a S value equals to 161 and A value is equal to 191. By placing value in the formula, we obtain HLB is equal to 3.8. Let us take another example. Now consider another polyhydroxy alcohol ester, tween 20, which is a commercial name for polyoxyethylene sorbitan monolaurate. Its structure has been shown here. It has a S equal to 45.5 and A acid value is equal to 276. By placing value in the formula, we are ended up with HLB value equal to 16.7. So we see that this formula is very helpful in finding the HLB value if we know the acid value and sponification number. But this formula has limitation, as all the molecules do not give good sponification data, such as the complex esters, for example leucine ester, beeswax ester, lanolin esters. For such cases, this formula is applied. HLB equals to E plus P over 5. In this formula, E is the weight percent of ethylene oxide content, while P stands for weight percent of polyhydric alcohol contents. Let me make it clear for you with the help of an example. Consider Atlas G1441, which is commercial name of polyoxyethylene sorbitol lanolin derivative. For this compound, E is equal to 65.1 and P is equal to 6.7. After placing values and computing, we get HLB is equal to 14. Now, I will show you how to calculate HLB of blended emulsifier. As to make an oil in water or water in oil emulsion, more than one emulsifier are used to stabilize the dispersion. There is always an optimum ratio of weight of emulsifier used that will give stable dispersion. The HLB at this ratio is said to be the required HLB or RHLB. RHLB of a blended surfactant or mixture of surfactants is calculated by a formula, which means the amount of each emulsifier is multiplied by its HLB number. The sum of these numbers is divided by total amount of emulsifier. This will give our HLB value. In this formula, HLBA is the HLB of emulsifier A, while HLB is the HLB of emulsifier B. WA is the weight or mass of emulsifier A, whereas WB is the mass of emulsifier B. This formula can also be written as, and ultimately can take the shape of following equation. RHLB is equal to FA into HLB of A plus FB into HLB of B. Here Fa and Fb are weight fraction of emulsifier A and B. So in order to achieve required HLB, when two or more emulsifiers are mixed with oil to form stable dispersion, we have to play around different emulsifiers and their weights. If you have any question regarding this topic, then please write in comment section. Thanks for watching. In order to watch similar videos, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you receive the notification of my video.